Hi, and welcome to my jam. Welcome to That's My Jam, Manny Monday. I'm your host, Tiffany, your independent Jamberry consultant, and today we are comparing store-bought to Jamberry. So the first thing I want to do, I'm going to pull up my Facebook page so I can see the live video as we go, and also see if there are any comments or questions or anything like that, so I can kind of, see if I can do both today. I'm going to focus on one hand. I've already got it prepped. I have cleaned off my cuticles. I had a lot of cuticle this week. I don't know why. So it took me a little longer to get my one hand clean. So I'm going to focus on one hand today since I'm going to use a nail wrap that I'm unfamiliar with. This is my very first time using store-bought, and a question came up recently about, well, what's the difference between Jamberry and store-bought? And so I thought it would be fun to show you a comparison of that. So let me pull up. Okay, perfect. Let me play and mute myself. Or hold on a second. Okay, so I've got to mute it. Can I see the comments? I can. Perfect. All right. So, like I was saying, I'm unfamiliar with this. So this is the coconut nail art. And I believe this one came from Walmart, if I'm not mistaken. Immediately, I will tell you the immediate difference is right here. And the wording is going to be backwards just because of Facebook Live. But it says 100% real nail polish. Jamberry is not nail polish, so it's made out of vinyl. So that's the one thing. And nail polish dries out. So something else on here, there's a warning on here that says, I think it's in the instructions. No, the instructions are on the back of the box and also included in the box. But the last thing it tells you is that to use immediately after opening. The nail wrap I'm going to use today for Jamberry, I have had this for a while, so it's outside of the nail wrap jacket that it normally comes in, but these last for a very long time. There is no expiration, so they're not going to crack or anything like that on you. The store-bought one, you see it's in this protective seal, and so when it says open immediate, use immediately after opening, you have to, because that nail polish will dry out. So I'm going to do this one first, and then we'll work Jamberry second. So let me adjust the camera, and we are going to get started. So, the camera's going to come down a bit. So I want you to focus in on my hands. And then let me take this all the way down. My phone just completely came off of the stand, but that's okay. Keep going, keep going. Okay, perfect. That works for me. Let me tighten it up. And let me do a little check to see how it's looking on video to make sure it's not dizzy. Not upside down. Hold on one quick second. Okay, looks like we are good. Okay, perfect. All right, so I just wanted to make sure. Let me move this. Okay, that's better. My camera was crooked. Okay, perfect. So this is the store-bought one, and these are the instructions that came with it. They come in both English and Spanish, and it comes with a teeny tiny nail file. Okay. All right, so notice the sizing options. Okay, this is the Jamberry, and remember now, some are missing because this is a sheet that I've used before. Let me grab one that is full. Okay, so this is how the Jamberry wrap comes. I just want to show you a full sheet for comparison. So you see this sheet here, and then this is the store-bought one. Okay? All right, so that is that. Okay, so let's get to this one. Not as many nail size options, but that's okay. I have smaller nail beds, so it may be okay. I'm gonna go ahead and open this. Remember, immediately after opening, we have to use it because it's nail polish and it will dry on us. So this particular one has two different designs. There we go. Those are our designs. And I'm pretty certain this smaller one will go with my pinky, and then the next one with my ring finger. Next one goes with the middle. Okay. Okay, and then this is where it gets kind of big. Let's see what the thumb will go for that one. All right, let's start. Let's see. I'm gonna do 2 accents. I'm gonna do 2 accents with the store-bought, and then 2 with Jamberry. We'll do it that way. So let's do like we did last week with the ring finger and the middle finger. We'll do those for the store-bought. So where did I say ring finger? We're gonna go for this one. Keep in mind, this is my very first time using the store-bought one, and I have selected my size. So it's telling me to remove the clear cover. So this is the clear cover. I'm gonna take off. Okay, clear cover. There is an odor, if you're wondering about what it smells like. It does smell like nail polish, so there is an odor there. Let's see. So, peel polish strip. So these aren't nail wraps. I was calling them nail wraps at the beginning. They're actually polish strips. So I remove the polish strip, and it is thin because it's a polish strip. That's straight off there. Then it tells me to tear off this bottom part that I'm holding on to. I'm supposed to tear that off. So I'm going to tear it off. See how it's kind of, I don't know if you can tell that it's kind of wrinkling on me. So I'm going to tear that bottom off. Okay, tear off silver tab and select the end. So you pick which end you want to do. And I'll go for this end. And then it says position nail strip against cuticle. Oh, okay, let me position it. Okay. Position. Okay, it's positioned. Now it says stretch gently to fit and firmly smooth. Now, I'm not sure if the idea is for me to use both halves or not, because I'd like to use this other half for my ring finger, but okay, let me smooth, like they say. What does it say? Stretch and gently fit. So let's see here. I'm gonna smooth it out with my finger. The picture has the lady using her finger. So smooth it out with my finger. I'm gonna use this extra. I'll figure out how to get that extra. You know, I'm gonna break a rule here on their application and see if I can hold on to the extra and cut. This is where what I know from Jamberry I'm going to use crossover and use for this. So I'm just going to cut it. That's the extra that's going to be filed off anyway. Okay, and I'm using my orange stick to flick out the paper underneath that. Okay, now let me keep smoothing. Okay, so we've got the polish strip is on. Now let's get a file. Let's use the file they gave us. This is the file. Ooh. It's really small. Let's see if I can. Okay, come on. Get it out of the paper. Okay, and then scrape it. Crease at nail tip. Crease at nail tip. and then file the excess. Okay, so let's file it off. Oh, it's coming off very easy because again, it is nail polish, so it won't take much. Okay. So far, so good. Okay, so it's on. All right, good deal. Let's get the other one for the middle. Okay, that's the one I saved. Okay, this one I'll do for the middle. Same thing. What did it say? Remove the clear. Remove the clear first, and then peel off the strip. I'm gonna grab one end and tear this off. Select the end I'm gonna do for my middle finger, and gonna eyeball it, make sure it's right in the middle. Okay, I think that looks good. And then I added the extra step about the extra because I want to use it on the other side. So I'm gonna go for the extra, cut that extra off. Okay, and I cut some of the paper so I'm not cutting into the strip itself. And now we're gonna stretch and fit to the nail. Okay, stretch and fit. Okay, and then we're ready to file off. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure if you have a bigger file at home, you probably use your own file because this file is super tiny, but the application is pretty easy. All right, let's see. Let me get that corner on the other side. Okay, so there we are. Got 2 nail polish strips all set on this hand. Very nice. So we gotta have some type of comparison. So I've got Jamberry wraps I'm gonna put with it to add a little sparkle. Now what I don't know, because this box actually came from Walmart, what is it called? Coconut nail art came from Walmart. How many nail design options to choose from? There are over 300 and counting for Jamberry. So not sure in regards to design variety. Let me move some of this out of the way and go to the Jamberry nail wrap. So that's where we are for those. I have not put any extra coat of anything on top. You don't have to do any of that. All right, so let's see. Let's go to Jamberry. So there is a little heater here for Jamberry. I'm gonna lift. I know my size for the pinky is always the smallest one. So let me go ahead and grab it. For all of my nails, I've got the strengthening base coat and the smoothing base coat to have a nice base on my fingers. I just like to have some type of protection between the wrap and my natural nail. That's a personal choice. It's not part of the instructions for Jamberry. So this is on right in the middle. I'm gonna give it a little heat. The difference is already with the store-bought and the Jamberry is that these are heat activated, so it's gonna be a watertight seal for us because again, these are made out of vinyl. So we're gonna get that watertight seal. Once you feel it's warm enough for you, I'm gonna press down right at the bottom. You can use an orange stick to do that or a cuticle pusher, whichever one you have handy. And then I'm going to heat the sides, going from one side to the other. So a little heat, and then take it to the other side. a little heat. All right, and then stretch and fit. Just like we did for the coconut nail art. Stretch and fit. Now, my pinkies are really narrow. So I've got some extra, and what I'm gonna do is cut that off when this dries. Okay, so we want it to have a nice seal, and then I'm gonna go ahead and go for the back side and really press down. And again, just like they said to fold it over with a crease, same thing for this one, fold it over with a crease so you have a nice seal. And I'm going to use the orange stick to press down to get a crease on the sides, because I know I've got some extra that I'm going to have to trim just because my pinky nail is smaller. So in most instances you wouldn't have to do that, but if you know you've got a smaller finger, then that's just what we have to do for the smaller finger. So that one's ready. We're going to go on to the next. The extra will cut off when the nail wrap dries because it's still warm. Let's go on to the pointer, or my index finger. Same concept. The key here is not to touch the back side of the nail wrap with your finger because it is heat activated and we don't want any oils on the back of the wrap. So once you've got it lined up, by just eyeballing it. And you don't want it right at the cuticle. You want to see a little sliver of nail, and then you're all set to heat. And once you've got it heated, go ahead and press down at the bottom. And then get the sides. And I'm gonna pull and fit. Now my pointer is really curved, so you want to get a pull and a nice stretch because it is curvy. And then you can use your orange stick to get the crease out. I'm just kind of pushing the crease along like you're ironing out the crease. There we go. And then pressing down. And I'm going to give a little heat again to the back side, just a little, and then press down with my finger. And again, this finger is really curved over. Something I didn't know, I bit my nails for over 30 years, and I am just now seeing what my nails and nail beds actually are supposed to look like when they're not being bitten on or pulled and stretched and all that stuff. Got an extra. Go there, that's okay. Alrighty. So I'm going to let that cool off before cutting off the end. So far, so good. I pulled that blue. I couldn't tell if this little palm tree and the polish strip was purple or blue, so I just made it blue because I've got some blue sparkly. I had purple sparkly, but I wasn't 100% sure if that was the right shade. Let's go for the thumb, and my thumbnail is long, so I'm not sure. That one might be cutting it close. Let me go to the next one because I think that might be cutting it close as far as the length of my thumb. Okay. My thumb does not have a straight curve. It's kind of straight. So what I'm going to do is cut straight across the bottom just to make it more of a straight line. This is more to customize it for my nail. You may have more round at the bottom of yours, or yours may go straight across like mine. And sometimes my straight line is not straight because I'm trying to eyeball it. Let me do it this way. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to lift that and fit it to my thumb. My thumbs and my index are the fun fingers because they are more curved than the others. And my thumbs probably took the most beating when I was doing all my nail biting and stuff. I don't know if that's because they were the closest to me or not. Okay, let's cut that. And let's give the thumb a little heat. And I'll press it down. I'm going to lift a little bit and then press down at the bottom. And then go for some heat on the sides. If you end up getting a wrap, if you make a selection and you think, oh gosh, I should have went a size down, you can trim the sides. That's what I'm going to do for the pinky, and I may have to do it for the thumb today. Might not. Seems to be going pretty good, so I might not have to. Okay. Let's give a little heat to the back side. And I'm going to fold it over. Give it a little tug. The extra overhang I'm not going to reuse, so if it gets oil, sometimes I reuse the extra overhang for pedicures, but today I'm not going to worry about that. I just want to make sure I get a good seal here at the top. And I'll press down. Ooh, sorry, I'm off camera. There we go. Okay, so that is a thumb, and all this extra, once this nail wrap dries, I mean not dries, but gets cooled off, I'm going to cut the extra off. So this at least gives you an idea what the end result is going to look like. And I think we can go ahead and start filing off, cutting the excess and filing off. Okay, so let me go ahead and start cleaning it up so you can see fully. So I'm going to cut off some of this extra and then on the sides, because I've got, you don't want the nail wrap to touch your skin, and this one is a little wider for my pinky. My pinky could probably just always do juniors, but all the designs are in juniors, so I just adjust and trim it. And now it just fits. I'm going to smooth it down a little more. Okay, now let's take off the extra with our file. This is, I don't want to say gritty. I know that's not the right word. A pretty rough file. I don't know what the proper term is, but it is a rough file, and it's strictly for getting your wraps off of, you know, getting that excess off. It's not to file your nail. What I use to file my nail is a glass nail file, and we have these glass nail files. I'm not going to file it just yet, but I wanted to show you that's what I do use, is a glass nail file. Now the buffer, you can use the buffer right now just to smooth it out so that you don't scratch yourself. The buffer will be gentle and going down, down, down. As you're filing, you want to make sure you're going in a downward motion. The goal is to get the extra wrap off, not to file your nail. So let's go for that same thing for the index finger. You want a fresh nail file because it doesn't have all of your nail stuff on it. Like you can see, this one's starting to get nail stuff on it. So I use one side once, the other side another time. I used to try to do 4. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Just depends. Okay. Nice and clean so far. And then let's go for the thumb. And cut here. And I don't have to trim off the sides for the thumb. There's a little bit I could trim off. I see it. Just getting along the sides. You may not have to do this. You just want to, what you're making sure is that it's not on the skin. Sometimes you may select a wrap that was too big, and that's okay. But like today, this was the one I did have that normally fits a thumb. I only have that one little bit, and it's not long enough for my thumb because of my nail, and I don't want to cut my nail. So, not today anyway. Okay, so let's file it off, get it nice and clean. All right, and then where's the buffer? Let's just kind of smooth it out here. And smooth out the index. All right, so this is our final mani. Now, since I am comparing the coconut nail art, which is the store-bought, this is a comparison for that, with the Jamberries. The blues are the Jamberries for today. So these two accents are nail polish strips, and then everything else are the heat activated nail wraps. So I'm going to test out to see how they go. I'm going to do all my normal things and do a comparison. I'm going to finish my other hand. I've got some major cleaning to do as far as cuticles on my nails and all that stuff on this hand, but I will have a full mani and do it just like this one. And during the week, I'll post different updates just to let you know how it's going so we can have a comparison of what it's like for Jamberry against the store brand. So thank you so much for tuning in. If you have any questions, please just post them in the comments. I'll be posting the updates throughout the week. And until next time, have a wonderful week.